Hi, Sean O'Loughlin here, England captain. Thank you all for sending in your questions. Let's get started and have a look at them. Right, number one. What will be the greatest threat from Tonga? They've obviously got some big athletes and big bodies, a lot of talent in the side, but I think the fact that they're on a bit of a high at the minute is a big threat. They're going to have tons of support here in New Zealand, loads of fans behind them. So I think we've got to kind of take that away from them, make sure we're on top of our game. If we kind of take that emotional out of the game from them, I think we've got a better chance of getting the win. Can you tell me about the similarities and differences between when you first started playing rugby league and playing today? I think looking back, you see big differences when you watch footage, but it never feels like it changes that much season to season. I think one of the biggest difference is probably the improvements in coaching, the coaching side of the game. I think we've always had good athletes. Obviously, things get better off field as in gym stuff and that kind of thing. But I think the standards in coaching and the way the game's coached and played and game plans and things like that, I think that's evened a lot of teams out. You don't always have your big blowout scores as often as you used to. What is your favourite pudding or pie? I don't know how you compare them. I only eat pudding with chips from the chip shop. I'll go pie when I'm a Wiganer. Wigan is a great team, but do you sometimes wish you had a crack at the NRL? And do you have a favourite NRL team? I don't really have a favourite team. I do enjoy watching it. And no, I said there'll always be a little bit of me. I think what if I go over here, but I wouldn't say it's a regret. I think I've always enjoyed playing at Wigan. I've enjoyed my time with Wigan, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a few more years playing there as well. So yeah, I wouldn't describe it as a regret. It's probably always, as I say, a little bit of element of what if, but no, my time at Wigan's been great. What are you missing most about home besides your family? Probably my dog. I got a new puppy a few months before I come out, so he was only about 5 months old, so yeah, I'm missing him a little bit. What do you consider your greatest sporting achievement to date, and what do you see yourself doing after retirement? Probably the biggest achievements are the trophies I've won. I think I've won 3 grand finals with Wigan, 2 Challenge Cups. They're massive. And the silverware I've won internationally is pretty special as well. I think what we have in front of us in this tournament and the potential we have to win a World Cup here, that would probably top it all. That would be a fantastic achievement for myself and everyone involved, so that would probably eclipse everything. What would I do in retirement? I'm hopefully coaching. My last contract with Wigan, I signed a deal involving some coaching side of things when I do retire. Spend quite a bit of time now with the 19s at Wigan, so yeah, that's something I enjoy doing. Which player has been your most difficult opponent? Why was it difficult to play against that player? Probably two domestically were probably Moz and JP. They were two kind of warriors whenever they played. They were always tough to play against, especially playing against them in the middle, being tackled by them, having to tackle them. They were always real tough opponents. But internationally, when I was younger, coming onto the scene, played against Darren Lockyer, and he was kind of a class act at that time. Top of his game. Me as a young kid coming in, he was kind of someone I'd watched a little bit growing up, but yeah, to see him play, seeing boss the team around, he was great to play against. Do you prefer running hard, taking on the line? I prefer being a ball playing lock. I think you've got to do both when you play in the middle. I think I grew up playing a little bit of halves and other positions as well, so I do like playing with the ball as well. But yeah, there's always times where you have to get your head down and run hard as well. What was the hardest match you played in at international level? Probably my first one. I think I was about 20, 22, something like that, 22, 23 when I first played internationally. And just that step up of intensity. It probably wasn't the hardest game for everyone else, but I think for me being my first, it felt like a massive difference. So that was probably my hardest. What is your favourite away ground to play at? Probably Headingley. Enjoy playing at Headingley. That's always a tough encounter, but I think the stadium's always quite close and on top of you. The crowd are loud. We travel there pretty well. I think the spectators like going there, so it's always a good atmosphere when we play at Leeds. Here's a Jaffa cake, a biscuit or a cake. It's a biscuit. What's it like being an England captain? Yeah, it's probably something I'll look back on when I've finished and be very, very proud of. Obviously proud of it at the minute, but I think you kind of, the team I'm in, there's tons of boys what could do it. It's pretty special when you get the knock to do it, when you get the kind of phone call letting you know you're going to be the captain of two, and especially leading a bunch of lads like this. They're a special team and a lot of top class players. So yes, it's always very proud. When I first got named captain at Wigan, it was a proud moment, but kind of getting at international levels, that one step higher. Thanks to our league members for sending in your questions. Some interesting ones there, some strange ones, but yeah, thanks a lot. I've enjoyed answering your questions. Cheers.